All right, bro. Check the feed real quick.
Let me see quick. We live.
We in the game.
Yep, we got some.
Okay, come on. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and
Shalom.
foremost, before we get started, we want to give our honor and glory and power to Yahweh
Abba
by
Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rakadash.
I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, being a great example to Israel. All right, man, the elect. I want to say peace and blessings to the hope the elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, the great song with the GMS Memphis count. All right, got the younger brothers with me. All right, with another live lesson, midweek special. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah, who give us the inspiration, all right, and motivation to do so before the evil times to come, to give those that have ears to hear and eyes to see. All right, the protection, which is a hedge, known as a covering. All right, when you go into the scripture, it's a shield. All right, and it's a shield to protect you, which is this word. All right, because you go into Isaiah 33 and 6, it said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, man. The stability of our times. All right, and also the fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right, so the Lord has sent the prophets, all right, to warn you or foretell you of the danger and the great and dreadful day that's fast approaching to what? To prepare your minds and also to prepare yourself for the coming. All right, because we understand as the coming of our Lord, all right, continue to bring forth or come forth, we understand that what hard times is coming, dangerous times. Are they going to perilous times shall come? They're going to danger, evil, difficult times, man. All right, and the Lord has extended His mercy through the prophets. All right, to give you that warning or that heads up, so to speak. All right, so we're gonna get straight into it. Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters be edified. While we lay the law down, man. All right, brothers got it. Isaiah 61.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 61, and verse 1. It says, the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai power, is upon me.
Right, see that? The Spirit of the Lord is upon us. All right, which there was Isaiah, but in this day of time, the Spirit of the Lord is upon us, man. That's why I like to bring out Matthew 10 and 20. Because that's the Spirit. Because it said, what? It's not ye that speak, but it's the Spirit of your Father will speak within you. All right? So the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shemal Shah is upon us, man. All right? Week in and week out, in season, out of season, man. All right? And all through the week, as right now, as we doing this lesson, the Spirit of the Lord is upon us. Why is upon us? Go ahead.
And it says, the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Shai power, is upon me, because the Lord, Yahweh, hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
There you go. You said to preach good tidings unto the meek. All right, which going into the gospel. The gospel means what? Good news. All right, so what we speaking, all right, to the meek, which is the elect, the lowly, all right, is what? Good news. As in what? The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Our enemy is going to be destroyed. Right? Go ahead.
And it says, he hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
There you go. You see that? He have sent us, all right, by this word to bind up the brokenhearted. All right, because they're brokenhearted, going to a sense of those trying to find rest. All right, those that are weary in mind of how they can receive salvation or where the truth at. All right, so the prophet's job is to go out and warn the people, to call them to come within. You see that? That's binding up the brokenhearted. You got it.
And it says, and he have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives.
There you go. All right, because through this word, remember it said the truth, what? Shall set you free. All right, we're gonna be free in mind, because the physical free is when Yahweh shot crack them clouds. That's why the title of the lesson say what? The Lord Yahweh is coming with fire. All right. So the job of the prophet is to proclaim this liberty, through Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And it says, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
There you go. You see that? All right, because the Lord through this word is loosing you. All right, that's why I say to the proclaim liberty to the captives. Because who are the captives?
Israelites.
The Israelites. If brother grab that precept, haystyle to be loose.
Yeah, that's in Isaiah 51.
Yeah, I think it is.
Isaiah 51. This is Isaiah 51 and verse 14. And it says, the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed.
There you go. You see that? All right. Hasten that he may be loose. All right, go ahead.
And that he should not die in the pit.
There you go. Because that pit represents Babylon the Great. All right. So here it is. The prophets are proclaiming liberty to the captives, man. Go ahead.
And it says, and that he should not die in the pit, nor, it says, nor that his bread shall fail.
There you go. All right. Now go back to Isaiah 62.
All right. This is Isaiah 61 in verse 2. And it says, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
This it. All right, Bond. Grab Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. Because this is how the Lord get down. Start at 1. Ecclesiastes, Old Testament, 3 and 1. Because he just said this is proclaiming the acceptable year.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, starting at the top.
Right.
Everything is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
There you go. You see that? To everything is the season. You got winter, spring, summer, and fall.
Right.
Why? Because that's a balance. Right? And it said in every time to every purpose under the heavens. So this is the time now. This is the season. All right. That what the prophets out there preparing the minds of those that have ears to hear and eyes to see for the coming of our Lord. You jump back to Isaiah.
This is back in Isaiah chapter 61 and finishing up in verse 2.
Right.
And it says, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord,
right,
and the day of vengeance of our power.
Woo!
To comfort all. It says to comfort all that mourn.
Right. So who in the state of mourning?
The elect.
Right. Who signed the crime for all the abomination that done in the midst thereof? All right. The men of the Lord, the elect. All right. So guess what? With these words, guess what? It's comforting that the Lord going to take down our enemy, man.
That's right.
All right. The Lord going to enter to the house of the thief. Now let's get that Isaiah 63 and 1.
This is Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1.
Well, Shalom, y'all brothers on the comment board. Shalom, Apostle. Hey, y'all about to shot back at thigh. Y'all about to shalom, y'all brothers. Apostles on here.
Oh, shalom.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Right, that's a question. And then it's so spiritual. And like the brother, tell him what number on that page there.
Khan, this is 441. Page 441.
144. That's on the page of Isaiah 63. You know, that's the spirit. All right, 144 is on that page, man. And guess what? It's speaking about Yahweh Shai in return.
Mm-hmm.
It said, who is that coming from Edom with dyed garment from Basra? Go ahead, brother.
It says, this that is glorious in his apparel,
right?
Traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Woo!
I speak. It says, I speak in righteousness and mighty to save.
He said he's speaking righteousness, mighty to save. Go ahead.
And it says, verse 2, wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Now we know, when a man in a wine fat, he's stomping grapes. We know what they do. You can have them all white. By the time you get done stomping grapes, you red. All right, because of the juice that come out of them grapes as you stomp them. So that's symbolic of how Yahweh Shai is going to put hella torture on these heathens, man. All right, do them thermonuclear missiles and also them chariots that shoot the laser beams, man. All right, because the scriptures say how the blood should be up to the horse's bridle. That means gonna be a lot of death. All right, go ahead.
And it says, verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone.
Hey, look,
And
he
of
said
the
he
people-
covered it alone. Go ahead.
And it says, and of the people there was none with me, for I would tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury.
Woo!
And their blood. And it says, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
That means the Lord finna come and do some what? Killing.
Serious killing.
All right, go ahead.
And it says in verse 4, and it says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart.
It's in his
And
mind. Because when you go into Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? All right, and what they did unto him, it's only been 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, let's prove that real quick. 2 Peter 3:9, real quick. Let's prove that.
Come.
Hold on, son.
Right, this is 2 Peter's.
3 and 9.
Yep. Come. Right. Oh. There you go, right here. This is 2 Peter's
8.
3 and 8, and it says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day with the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day.
There you go. You see that? So it's only been 2 days, really, with the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So it's well off that he's still in that, you know what I'm saying, in that anger.
Yeah.
But he waiting on the Heavenly Father to give him that go ahead to bring what? To bring hell on earth. You see? So the day of vengeance is what? It says in his heart. Because what vengeance go back to? Payback.
Yep.
Recompense.
Yep.
And he said the year of my redeem is come. Because remember, this is the season. All right? Prophecy is being fulfilled before our eyes, man.
Yep.
Right at Malachi 4 and read 4 and 5 first, and then we'll jump up.
This is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 5.
Now let's read
And-
5, select it.
All right. Read verse 5.
Yeah, 5 and 6, then we'll jump up to 1.
Okay. This is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 5. It says, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord Yahweh.
You see that? So we're in that time. Because Elijah came back as Abba Bivens, and you can receive it. You see how it all lined up with prophecy? Because when you go into Revelation 11:11, it said after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life shall enter to them, and they shall stand upon their feet. So you go into that 3 days and a half, that represents what? 350 years.
That's right.
That 350 years add to what? 16, 19, 16, 20 to what? 1968, 69, 70.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's 350 years. So they add up. All right, because that's when the spirit entered to the earth through El Abba Bivens. All right. Now keep going. Micah 4 and 6.
All right. And it says in Malachi 4 and verse 6, and it says, And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children.
That's
And
exactly, and that's what happened. All right, through Eli Abibin, us receiving this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding it, there was prophecy being fulfilled, which is Elijah, if you can receive it. Because what's coming? The great and dreadful day of the Lord. All right, that is near. Because that great and dreadful day equal up to what? World War III. Go ahead.
And it says, and the heart of the children to their fathers,
Right?
lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
There you go. Now jump up to 1.
It says in Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
There you go. So that's the great and dreadful day of the Lord. All right. When this earth that we this current system that we in, this world, Esau, Edom, all right, this age, guess what? It's gonna be burnt up. So it said the day is coming that shall burn as an oven. Not that bullshit ass oven we got in the kitchen that only go to 500.
Yeah.
So when you go into the ancient time, all right, they had damn what the name of it. It's just
Furnace.
How furnace.
Yeah, furnace. Yeah.
Furnace. Remember when
Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel.
Nebuchadnezzar, all right, threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fire.
Yeah.
When like say his guards opened the door, it killed them.
Yeah, consumed
You know what I'm saying? When they opened the door, that's how hot it was, because he told them to what? To turn it up 7-fold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Malachi comparing that day to that. That's why it says shall burn as an oven like a furnace. That shit hot.
Yeah.
But guess what? The missiles is hotter than that. Them laser beams, they're gonna beating people to powder is hotter than that.
Yep.
Zapping motherfuckers.
Yep.
You see?
Just like Lot's wife, you know.
Yeah, she turned to a pillar of salt. But that's why I said, for behold, the day coming that shall burn as an oven. That day is fast approaching, man. You got it.
All right. And it says, and all the proud.
All the proud. Let's go down to Esau. All right, to other nations, and 2/3. All the proud. What's going to happen?
It says, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
That's right, because the hand join the hand, the wicked shall what? Not go up. Go ahead.
And it says, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts.
There you go. Go ahead.
And it says that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
There you go. See, because what the Lord is doing is, through he telling you that the earth gonna burn as an oven, is explaining to how that the so-called white man system gonna go down and they'll be brought up again. Because when you're going into the act of taking a root out of the ground, all right, where the plant go? It can't grow no more.
Yeah.
Why? Because you took the main ingredients to make that thing grow, which is the root.
Right.
All right. So when the Lord sent Yahweh shine the angels and also put his spirit in the missiles, guess what? It's gonna destroy Babylon the Great, and they're gonna never rise again. Because when you go into Joel the third chapter, Joel the second chapter, it speaks about, you grab it, the Garden of Eden. Get that, Joel.
I got you.
Yeah, Joel the second chapter. And a brother can grab Isaiah 14 and 22.
All right, come. This is Joel 2. When we get straight to the point, I'll read into it.
Start at 3.
Okay, come. This is Joel chapter 2, starting at verse 3. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Right, so it's giving you a picture of the missiles. Go ahead, because they're going to the warheads. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it says a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Woo!
Because if I may add that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when the missiles begin to be shot at those silos, you know, the fire, it comes behind it, like when you light off a bottle rocket, the firework, the fire that come out before it go up. But
Yeah.
it says, when you read, it says a fire, the fire before them. That's when they
Hey,
begin to hit their targets and they
I
explode.
got one for you.
Good.
I got one for you. It's showing how it's being shot out. Yeah, see, look. See that?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
That's an example of the missiles.
Come on.
We
Come
talking
on, if
200 million warheads. See that right there?
come on.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Read that out. Read that while it's showing it.
God, hey, this Joel chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Woo!
It says the land is as Garden of Eden before them,
Right? Oh, look at that.
and behind,
Read it. Go ahead.
and it says, and the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Exactly.
Yay.
Exactly. So right now we're in America. We're in Babylon the Great.
Yep.
This a country that everybody want to come to.
Mhm.
Remember what America stands for: the land of the free, the home of the brave.
Yeah.
You know, this remember Babylon had became a golden cup in the Lord hand, so America is the place that everybody want to come to. So it's like a Garden of Eden, mean paradise. But that's before the missiles came.
The land of
All
opportunity.
right? Huh?
Land of opportunity.
Yeah, the land of opportunity. But it says, but behind them, when the missiles hit, it became a what? A desolate wilderness, man. Meaning no man's land.
Right.
All right? The Lord got 200 million warheads promised for this place. That's a revelation. Brother can hold that. Thousands and thousands. All right? But keep going, you know.
Finishing off verse 3, it says, a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Yeah.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
There you go.
Yay.
All right. Behind them is a desolate wilderness. Just like Malachi said. All right. That day it shall burn what? As an oven.
Okay.
All right. And all the proud, everybody that do wickedness is gonna be stubble.
Yep.
Meaning they're gonna be what? They're gonna be missile food. Just like you put lamb on the grill and hot dogs and steaks on the grill. Yeah, that's Jay. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be Jay. And you know, rotisserie. Go ahead, out.
Finishing off just a little part, it says, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Yeah.
Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Exactly. Nothing shall escape them. Because when you go into 2nd Ezra 16, it speaks about how none shall break their ranks. Now let's get into that. Brother got the other precept, Revelation.
Con, this is
Go ahead.
Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 16. And it says, and the number of and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard, and it
You
says,
see
and
that?
I heard
It said the number of the horsemen was what?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it again. This is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 16. And it says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000.
Woo! And it said the army, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, hey, you know,
God.
let's shine more light. Go back to Joel and read 7
Keep
to 9.
going. Yep, because they're going to that break their rank.
There
So
you go.
this is Joel.
Read it again, Kodash.
Con, this is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 16.
Right?
And it says, and the number of the army of the horsemen
There you go. See that? Go ahead.
were 200,000.
Woo! All right, now go ahead, you know.
Baba Kashai, can I start at 4?
Go ahead.
Because it says in Joel chapter 2, starting at verse 4, it says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses,
Right.
and as horsemen,
And what
so
horse
they
is
shall
it?
run.
Power.
Salaki.
There you go.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And it says, so they shall run. Verse 5, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap.
Woo.
Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in a battle array.
So when it said like a noise of a chariot on the top of the mountain, should they leap? That put me in the mindset of Isaiah 34. Because it said, my sword shall be bathed in heaven, and it shall come down upon who? Idumea. You see? So because when you leap and you coming out something. Right? So the missiles gonna be shot from one end of the earth to what? To the other. That's why they're known as what? ICBM missile, meaning intercontinental ballistic missiles. Because they're gonna be shot from one continent to what? To the other.
That's right.
Right? So that's why it says it shall leap. You gotta keep on, you know.
Yep, and if you see what it's using similes and metaphors to describe what the thermonuclear missiles. See, this is what Joel was using. So this is back in Joel 2 and verse 6. It says, before their face, the people shall be much pain. Woo. And all faces shall gather blackness.
Through, sick, stunned. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 7, they shall run like mighty men.
And that's how you know that it's, when he just got done reading it in Revelation, it's speaking about the missiles, but it said armies. All right? And army, you have what? Men's and armies. But it's speaking about the missiles. Why? Because when the missiles get shot, they're going to all be in formation. Yeah. Just like when you see men's and the armies, they all be in line, they all be in formation. And none break their ranks because they all know what to do at the certain time when they need to do it. When the commander holler out about face, they all do what? They all turn at the same time, what? Doing about face. They don't break their ranks. So guess what? The missiles, which the Lord gonna have his spirit in the missiles, they not gonna break their ranks. You got it, you know.
And it says, verse 7, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war.
Yeah, because when you saw that missile, remember it was shooting like this, right? Then all of a sudden it started to what? It started to curve. All right. Then there's a point of them climbing the wall because you climb a wall yourself. When you get up there, what you gonna do? You gonna leap over. Right? You got it.
Yep. And it says, like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his way. Woo. And they shall not break their ranks.
They ain't gonna break their ranks, man. That's how you know the Lord or Spirit gonna be in the missiles. Ain't no missile gonna land on top of another missile. And we speaking about 200 million. That's how you know the Lord's Spirit gonna be in the missiles. Man. You imagine you got $200 million and not $1 fall on top of another dollar and you throwing it. Come on, man. The Lord cold. He got a special judgment, all right, for Babylon the Great, man. All right, go ahead with verse 8. And then let's go into 2nd Ezra 16 to back this up.
Verse 8 in Joel chapter 2, it says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Come on, man.
Mm.
We have to bring out Isaiah 34, man.
Yep. Yeah, I got it. I got it right here.
Go ahead.
You want me to just start at the top, reading into it?
Fine. Yeah. Go ahead, start at the top, brother.
This is Isaiah 34 and verse 1. And it says, come near.
Remember when we went to Isaiah 61, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our power to comfort all that mourn. You see that? So this comforting, because we mourning.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to expect the end. And the expected end is what? Babylon to be destroyed. And the Lord, what? Delivering us.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So go ahead.
It says in Isaiah 34 and verse 1, it says, come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein.
That's right. So that's why this word going forth. All right? All the nations got to hear. You see that? Remember, this is good news.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But guess what? The judgment is for those that have set themselves against, all right, the children of Israel. That's in Joel 3 and 1. Because he said he's gonna bring back the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. But when you're going to that, it's speaking about how he's gonna bring judgment upon the nation through World War III. All right, those that fought against Jerusalem. But you got to know
and it says in verse 1, finishing up in Isaiah 34, it says, let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it.
That's right.
Because
remember, when you go into 2 Peter 3, he saw that the earth would dissolve, the elements melting with fervent heat. He saw that. You got it.
And it says in Isaiah 34 and verse 2, it says, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations.
Right. And what indignation mean?
Righteous anger.
Righteous anger. So it's upon all nations, because all nations had a hand into what? Us going to captivity. Mm-hmm. To this day, all of them nations were oppressing us, depressing us. You see? So the Lord got a judgment for all them nations, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And it says, and his fury upon all their armies.
Because when you go into 1 Corinthians 15, the Lord said he's going to reign till he put what? All enemies under his foot. Yep. You know? So we finna, when New Jerusalem come down, all right, out of them chariots, wartime, no, like the scripture said, Jeremiah 16 and 16, we're going to become hunters. And we're going to hunt them from every hill and every mountain and out of the holes of the rocks. All right, so that's their fury, all right, that the Lord is going to put upon them nations, man. Go ahead.
And it says in Isaiah 34 and 2, finishing up, and it says, he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter.
And that's the Lord declaring the end from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, it says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Right.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Woo! And the mountain go to what? The governments. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
And it says in verse 4, and it says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved.
And did not Peter have that same vision?
Yep.
See, that's how you know the prophets all saw the same vision. Because vision going to prophecy.
Yep.
They all saw, majority of the prophets all saw America being destroyed. Go ahead.
And it says, and I'm reading again, Isaiah 34 and 4. And it says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
It said what now?
And it says, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
It said the heavens shall be what?
Shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Shall be rolled together as a scroll. Now check this out. The John didn't want to play. Look at this. Wow, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
You see how it rolled? It's called a mushroom cloud. Let's see if it's better than one pop up. It's done on. It's known as a mushroom cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Dang, they ain't want that jump to play either. Go ahead, they ain't want these jumps to play. Go ahead.
And it says in Isaiah 34 and verse 4, and it says, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Right.
And it says, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine.
Right. So they're speaking about their war in heaven. All right. Satan and his angels fought against Michael and his archangel and his angels. That's their war in heaven. All right, because them fighter jets, all right, all the bullshit that Esau got, guess what? They're gonna fall like leaves off trees, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And it says, in all the hosts, and it says,
and you can also find that account in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead.
And it says in Isaiah 34 and 4.
Matter of fact, grab that and get straight to the point on that.
13 and what?
Start at 7. You got it, Quadai.
Come, finishing up. It says in Isaiah 34 in verse 4, and it says, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. Verse 5, and it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
You see that? Them missiles. All right? Because they're going to get shot. All right? And when they go up to the atmosphere, which is the water, the Shemayim, that's sort of bathing. You see? Because the Lord going to put the spirit in the missiles as they turn to what? To eat them. Go ahead.
And it says, behold, it shall come down.
It shall come. Hey, you remember they had this saying in the world, what goes up
must come down.
Must come down. You see? And the missiles going up, guess what? They got to come down. But they're coming down upon Idumea. All right, which is Esau, Edom, Babylon, and Great.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And it says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Woo! Now grab 2nd Ezra 13. We're gonna read 1 through 10 real quick. Go ahead.
All right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, starting at the top.
Right.
And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night.
Right.
And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the waves thereof.
Woo! Go ahead.
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Right, because that's the coming of our Lord. Remember, when you go into Revelation 1 and 7, it said, what? Every eye shall see him. He coming with clouds. Everybody gonna see the Lord. You got that bullshit ass rapture doctrine. All right, that's going on, talking about the rapture coming on the 25th. You know, straight up bullshit. Right? Everybody gonna see Yahweh Shai when he cracked them clouds, man. Every eye shall see him. Go ahead. Verse 4.
Verse 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth fire.
Go ahead.
After this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men.
Right. See that? That's their war in heaven. The multitude of men speaking about what? Other nations. Right? China, Russia, you know, North Korea, all these nations. NATO, EU. See, all these nations gonna come together, just like on that movie, Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
You see how they were fighting each other, all right? But when the so-called aliens invaded them, they all came together and fought against, you know, somebody the so-called UFOs, the aliens.
Yep.
Where they get that from?
Mm-hmm.
See that? They got it from the scriptures.
Yep.
But the only different thing about that movie, that they prevail in that movie. But guess what? The Lord said the gates of hell should not prevail. So Esau gonna lose. See, that was his movie. But in actuality, we're in the Lord's movie. All right, and it's written in the scriptures that guess what? Esau gonna lose, and he gonna lose horribly. All these nations think they up next to rule, they gonna lose horribly.
Right.
Because that's what's written in prophecy. Remember, we got a sure word. We got a sure word of prophecy, man. Just because this will give us hope. Go ahead, Doc.
All right. This I'm picking at verse 5 again. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it.
Right?
But I would have seen the region of place where out the hill was graved.
Right,
And I-
and that's how you know every eye gonna see the Lord, because he coming on the biggest fathership, the
Yeah.
biggest chariot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's like shit. His thing was a mountain. You see that? Go ahead.
Verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which gathered together to do him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Ooh. Yeah, because Jake finna see some shit they never saw before. Esau finna see some things they never saw before. All right, so they gonna faint. You think you gonna see it? You know how Jake be riding the aircraft? They
Yeah.
see the chair, they gonna fall out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got a quick precept
Look, I
for
have
you
to put the
too.
spirit back in them. Nah, nigga, you know you ain't gonna die that easy on me.
Hey, I got
Go
a
ahead.
I got a quick precept for you real quick to go with that. It's real quick. This is
You're not whole. Revelation 12:7.
this is
Go ahead.
okay. This is Luke 21 verse 26 and verse 27 to go with what the brothers going into. This is Luke 21 and verse 26, and I'm hit 27. It says in verse 26, it says, men's hearts failing them for fear
Woo!
and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Right, exactly. The angels, the chariots, and their fire.
Yeah.
Men's heart filling them for fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know when you get scared, get the BGs, you
Yeah.
can't hold it, gotta use it. You know what I'm saying? You start to piss on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men's heart filling them for fear.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And it says, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, verse 27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud
There you go.
with power and great glory.
There you go, because them cloud represent the chariot, because it tell you in Acts 1 and 9, because it said the same Yahweh Shah y'all seen go up in them clouds, he coming back in like manner.
Mm-hmm.
You see? He coming back in the UFO, which is the chariots, our salvation vehicles, man. But yeah, Revelation 12:7.
Yeah. Okay. This Revelation 12 and verse 7. And it reads, if I can page got stuck together.
It's all good.
This Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven.
Right.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
Remember Daniel 1, right? What Daniel 1 say? Grab Daniel
Let me
1.
hear it.
Daniel 12 and 1. So like Daniel 12 and 1.
Come.
They spoke about Michael
This-
right here, right?
This Daniel's 12 and 1. It
Right.
says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
See that?
And that
So Michael finna come through. Go ahead.
and there should be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Right, because when you go into the empires falling and rising, it was by what? Hand-to-hand comeback. Brother, real quick, Isaiah 9 and 5, real quick. And hold that 12 and 1 again. I want you to read that John again.
This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5.
Yeah.
And it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
Right. So when Babylon the Great fell, what happened? The Persians and the Medes took over. Right? That wasn't by fire. That was a transition of power. Go ahead.
And it says, and garments rolled in blood.
Right. Hand-to-hand comeback. Go ahead.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
There you go. You see that? But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And how the elect gonna be delivered? Through the fire. All right? Which bagging up the Archangel Michael fighting for the elect, man. Cold. Go ahead, you know.
So running back Daniel's 12 and 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Right, which
and
is
there shall
Israelites.
be
Not everybody, but Israelites. Go ahead.
Yep. It says the children of thy people,
Right.
and there shall be a time of trouble,
Woo.
such as never since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book.
There you go. See that? So the elect gonna be delivered through the fire, the strangeness of our salvation. Now go back to Revelation 12 and 7.
So this is back in Revelations chapter 12 and verse 7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
Woo, go ahead.
And verse 8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Keep going.
Verse 9.
Now, look. They got the Archangel Michael looking like a fucking Edomite. Look at this.
Hey, you got
Look at this.
we gotta pull it. You gotta pull the one that the elders in Chicago got, the beautiful.
Hey, this close. Check it out.
No.
See? What you gotta do, Out?
Yep, and it says, verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Now
he was cast.
Now you break that down, right? That's how you know it's talking about Esau. But it says serpent, the devil, Satan. So you like, damn, that's three people according to Christianity doctrine. According to the churches, they all separate beings. No, those are characteristics. All right, of a nation, which is Esau, Edom. They the dragon, they the old serpent. They the devils, right? They Satan. You see? Go ahead. So they're talking about the power that be, the rulers, Job 9 and 24. You got your loss.
And it says, verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Did who?
He was cast, deceiveth the whole world.
Because that was the Lord. That's why the Lord, all right, created this devil. Because through that deception, it was going to bring evil on the earth. Proverbs 16:4. Go ahead.
And it says, finishing off, who deceiveth the whole world. And it says, Salakia, and he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Right. Going to his armies, man. All right. Not no fucking war in heaven. You got angels fighting up there. No. Christianity myth. All right. Let's speaking about their army, and we just reading in 2nd Ezra 13. Now go back to 2nd Ezra 13 and read verse 8.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 8.
Right.
And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered to subdue him were so afraid, yet durst fight.
All right, verse 9.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the pain, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held the sword, nor any war.
Right.
But only I saw that out of his mouth had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue cast out sparks and tempest.
Woo! Go ahead, one more.
And they were all mixed together.
They was all mixed together.
Mm.
You see that? And to show you that they all mixed together, go to Revelation 14:9. I'm gonna show you that shit all mixed together.
Right.
Yep, Revelation 14:9.
This Revelation 14, starting at verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand,
go ahead.
The same, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Woo! Come on. Come on.
Man.
See that? The Lord finna bring, come on, man. He been doing something on Babylon. That's why it's known as a time like never before.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody ever seen this time that's finna come.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go read the rest of 2nd Ezra 13, and let's end it on Isaiah 66:15.
All right.
Oh, I forgot. We got at least read 2nd Ezra 16. Salaga. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
13 verse 6. They were all the blast, flaming breath, and the great tempest.
Right.
Filled with violence, which was prepared to fight.
Yeah.
Burn them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smoke. When I saw this, I prayed.
Yep.
Con, now you need to bring that phone closer to you too, cause you constantly talking about breaking up. But brothers got it though. Go ahead. With 2nd Ezra 16, start at 1.
Con. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6.
You know whole Isaiah 66:15. Start at 14. That's how we're gonna end it. But you got it, Quadash.
Con, I was gonna make a point on that, on what the brother Bun was just reading, because really, when you read that chapter and you sit back and you just look at it, it's basically like the Lord giving them the chance to get they lick on him when he know that they can't beat him. You know, because like it says in Isaiah, what's that? Isaiah 47, how it says that he is not going to meet them as a man.
You can.
You know, so it's going to be a losing battle. It's this is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 1, and it says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe, it says, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
Yeah.
And it says in verse 2, it says, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
There you go. Keep going.
It says in verse 3, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?
Yeah, a sword is sent. All right. We're speaking about the thermonuclear missiles because that's a sword, but also Esau Edom is sent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Going to that great and dreadful day, which is going to lead up to World War III, as in Jacob trouble. Go ahead.
And it says in verse 4, 2nd Ezra 14 and 4, it says, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
There you go. Go ahead.
It says in verse 5.
Yeah,
it says,
because Esau ain't got enough fire trucks. You know, the even the scriptures say that. You know. Go ahead.
Yep, and it says in verse 5, 2nd Ezra.
Look, you gotta remember when you read 2nd Ezra 16, all these are questions. So you gotta be able to answer it through the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
These are questions. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 16 and 5, it says, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
So you gotta answer that in the spirit, like, all right, these plagues coming, who gonna deliver us?
Yeah.
All these things are coming. Who gonna protect us? Who gonna defend for us? You see that? These are questions that you gotta answer in the spirit. Go ahead.
It says in verse 6, it says, may any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood?
So just look, you like, you're going to, you're going to Animal Channel, Discovery Channel, and you see a hungry lion, he ain't borrow none. So you're like, nah, you can't draw a hungry lion. It ain't like trying to, beat a dog away. We talking about a lion. Go ahead.
And it says, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it have begun to burn?
No, because that's why you got to grab water or flour or something. Because if it become a big fire, you can't stump that fire out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go amongst that big fire and just lay on it and it go out. No, you can't stump it out. You can't do none of that. So these are questions that you got to answer in the spirit. Go ahead.
It says in verse 7, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Have you ever seen Jake shoot a bow and arrow and the arrow came back and he like, without a screen being on it or without being railed back into it, like a fishing pole? No. You see? Go ahead.
And it says in verse 8, the mighty Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, sendeth the plagues. And who is he that can drive them away?
No one but the Lord. That's why it's written one of my favorite precepts, Baruch 4:20. He that brought these plagues upon you, going to deliver you from the hands of your enemy. You see that? So the only one, through all these questions, it lead up to Yahweh Shema Shai. He the only one.
Right.
No one else can deliver us out of the hand of the enemy. No one can deliver us out of the fire. You see that? No one can deliver us out of this hell but Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that's going to be by his mercy. Because like he told, it's in Romans, He told Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy on.
Yeah.
See, I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion on. So it's by the Lord's mercy that you're going to be saved. Go ahead.
And it says in 2 Ezra 16 and verse 9, it says, a fire shall go forth from his wrath.
That's how you know it's the Lord. You can close the book. Because they let you know right there, the Lord is sending the fire. The Lord is sending his wrath on the earth. This is the Lord's anger. That's why we're gonna end it off on Isaiah 66:15. Because this is the Lord's doing. This is the promise for Babylon the Great to go out by thermonuclear missiles. Go ahead.
Yep. And it says in verse 9, it says, a fire shall go forth from his wrath,
Right?
and who is he that may quench it?
Right. Because all these seas and lakes and ponds and rivers that's in Babylon the Great, it's gonna be on fire. That ain't gonna do nothing but help America be what? The lake of fire.
Yep.
See that? And Esau ain't got enough fire trucks to put this fire out. Go ahead, it's two more.
And it says in verse 10, 2 Ezra 16 and 10, and it says, and he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and
And
who
that's
shall
life
not?
accepted you that. You see some fucking lightning and thunder, your ass be like trying to get out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because you done heard about people getting struck by lightning. You done heard some shit going down by thunder. So that's automatic. When you see that or hear that, you burn. Go ahead.
It says in verse 10, he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?
Keep going.
The Lord Yahweh shall threaten, and who shall not Salakia. And it says, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence.
That's them lasers. Keep going.
It says in verse 12, the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep.
You see that? So that the sea, the rivers, the ponds, the lakes, it ain't gonna be able to quench the fire, the fire, man. Go ahead.
It says, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord Yahweh and before the glory of his power.
That's why Habakkuk, real quick, you're not. Grab Habakkuk 3:1, real quick.
I got you.
Go ahead. Habakkuk 3:1.
This is Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 1. A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet upon Shigionoth. O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid.
See that? So when you we just got done reading, right? The righteous anger of the Lord. Right? We just heard the speech of the Lord. And what? That should make you afraid. Knowing that you ain't got nowhere to go. You ain't got money to get you an underground bunker. You ain't got the means and the necessities to. No, you ain't got that. Your ass stuck in America. You stuck in Babylon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when you heard what's coming to Babylon, you're like, you know, I heard that speech and was afraid. Go ahead.
O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy.
There you go. See that? But in the wrath, remember mercy. That the Lord finna tear this place up, man. You know, the Lord finna tear Babylon the Great up, man. That's why it's known as a death in the wilderness when the Lord get through with it. All right, go back to 2 Ezra 16 and read 12. Read 13.
Con, this is back in 2 Ezra 16 and verse 13. And it says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow."
And who is the right hand of the Lord?
Yahweh Shai.
That's right. He coming with the angels. Yeah, go ahead.
And it says, "His arrows that he shooteth are sharp,
It's sharp. Go ahead.
and shall not miss."
Did we read that in Joel?
Mm-hmm.
None shall break their ranks.
Yep.
You see that? They mean they saw the same vision.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And it says, "And shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world."
Where the end of the world at?
Here
America.
in America.
Because America was always known as the end of the world. The end of the world. Go ahead. One more.
And it says in verse 14, "Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth."
That's it. You see? Now let's end with let's end with Isaiah 66:15. Start at 14.
All right. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
No. Start at 14.
Isaiah chapter 66, verse 14. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice.
See what? See the signs. See that? We should rejoice, especially when we see them chariots. Go ahead.
And your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of the Lord shall be known towards servants, and his indignation towards enemies.
There you go. His righteous anger towards his enemy. And when you go to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, it gives you the rundown of the enemies. Go ahead.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind,
Right.
to render his anger with fury, rebuke with flames of fire.
Go ahead.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
There you go. You see? That's it. This how the Lord coming. He coming with fire. And his chariot like a whirlwind to what? To render his anger. And his rebukes with flames of fire. You see that? And by fire and by his sword, that's how he gonna plead. Right now, he plead with you through the prophets. But you don't want to listen to the prophets. You don't want to take heed. You ain't trying to consider. You ain't trying to reason. Then this how the Lord gonna plead with you. Cause plead going to what? Judgment. You know? That's why you're supposed to fear the Lord, man. That's why the prophet's job is to persuade you through the terror of the Lord. So therefore, you'll get your house in order. You'll get your mind prepared. All right, you'll be ready for the coming, and you'll be ready for the coming of Yahweh Shai. You'll be hasting, like in 2 Peter 3. Hasting in the coming of our Lord. Why? Because you fear the things that's going to go on concerning the Lord's judgment upon this place. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So by fire, that's how the Lord gonna plead with our flesh, man. And you don't want to be no partakers of that fire. You want to be on the good side of the Lord, man. You want to be on his right wing like the apostle. You know, Apostle Rolla, you know, the song, you know, you want to be on his right wing. You know, you want to be on the right, on the mercy side of the Lord, man. All right? Because we understand that trouble is coming. Hard times is coming, but also what? Fire is coming. All right? So, Lord willing, you know, y'all brothers and sisters edified. You know, once again, we give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh Hashem,
By
Yahweh
Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Wakar Kadash.
Hey, double honor to our elders and peace and blessing to hope elect. Next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
Hey, Baraka Akin, man.
Barak.
Hey, may the Lord King bless y'all night. All right? Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.